This has been the headline all day. LeBron James signing a 2-year, $104 million deal. This deal was a 1+1, which means that LeBron will have the option to opt out of this deal next summer and become a free agent again if he wishes to do that. This deal also contains a no trade clause, which makes LeBron James only the second player currently in the NBA to have a no trade clause. The other one is Bradley Beal. The other thing important about this deal is that it puts the Lakers $1 million over the second apron, which could hurt their flexibility when it comes to making trades or potentially signing players who are on waivers or whatnot, or just signing another free agent. Now, with that being said, I'll say this. The Lakers have decided to basically continue 2 more years of this clown show, as I call it, because, for being honest, it has been a clown show. All of last year it was. Outside of them winning a title in 2020, it's been pretty much a clown show. And you could say maybe I would say last year, 2023 playoffs, them going to conference finals, but that was really fluky. They had a lot of luck with injuries to their opponents. But except for those two moments, it's really been a clown show. The Lakers have been a laughing stock since LeBron has been there. I think they've missed the playoffs a few times. They've also gone to the playoffs a bunch of times without home court advantage. So they have, been woefully underperforming with LeBron in the sense that it doesn't meet the expectations of the Lakers franchise and history. That I feel they have decided to just self-inflict more pain on themselves for the next 2 years. If we're being honest, this team is not going to win jack shit with LeBron. They're just not going to at his current age. I know people are going to hype up the numbers he's putting, that these are great numbers for a guy who's like nearly 40 years old. But fact is, LeBron is 39. He's turning 40 pretty soon. If you watch him play, you can definitely tell he's past his prime. I know people are going to say he's good for like a nearly 40-year-old, but compare him to Cleveland LeBron during his first stint there when he was winning MVPs, compared to Miami LeBron, or even second stint LeBron. Those LeBrons were all better. That if you had one of those versions and you paired them up with this current Anthony Davis, the Lakers would at least be a team capable of getting 50 wins or more and a top 3 team in the West. That's how much he's fallen off. It doesn't show in the stats because his offensive numbers look good, but defensively, that's when you really see it if you watch the games. He's not good at switching anymore. He doesn't have that ability to switch, and he's pretty much like a traffic cone on defense for the most part, which negates his impact on offensive end. For everything he gives you on the offensive end, he takes away on the defensive end. So this is a bad deal for the Lakers, but then again, I don't know if they're about winning anymore, if we're being honest. To me, the Lakers have become like the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. Just like the Cowboys, a once proud franchise that lives in the past, but no longer can produce in the present. That what they consider success in the present, just like the Cowboys, is just stealing national headlines, getting attention, but not actually winning. Not winning at all. That's not who they are anymore. They are a clown show, like I said. They are a circus. They want all that attention. This is the biggest reason why they signed LeBron. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that it's bad for their business model, because unfortunately, there are a lot of people that will still buy tickets for Laker games just to see LeBron, to see the clown show. Despite them not being able to be a contender anymore, they'll definitely show up because a lot of people love train wrecks, and some people just want to see LeBron during his final years. They're hardcore LeBron fans. So they'll still win money. I'm going to say they will still make money from having LeBron there. So I guess from the business sense, you can say this was a success because they'll generate money. But from a basketball perspective, this is a failure. This is a failure. For their real fans, this has to hurt. The Lakers are no longer a respectable franchise. They're not a franchise you take seriously, and it has to be a tough thing for real Laker fans to take. That the team that they grew up with, the team that was once a respected team, the team that was once arguably the flagship team in the league with the Celtics, is no longer a respectable franchise. I think there's no quick fixes for the Lakers, but if they really cared about basketball and not the business side, they would have gotten rid of LeBron James. They would have just told him to go away and just leave and not resign him and not draft his son. But they don't care about winning anymore. But if they did care about winning, that's what they would have done. They would have actually tried to build a team from the ground up, even though it would be painful. But still, they're going to get their draft picks back after this year. They won't have the 2025 pick, but I believe after this year they have their picks from this point forward. So they would have had something to look forward to build the team from the ground up, which is what they should be trying to do instead of trying to cheat the system like they did in the past. Because I don't think that's going to really work anymore. How the Lakers used to be able to steal players and just instantly build contenders like overnight in just like a snap of a finger. But the way the league is set up now, it's very difficult to do that. Even if a superstar wants to come there, you still have to have depth. You have to have a great scouting department, because without depth you can't win. Just look at the Nuggets. They have a good core, but because they didn't have depth, they couldn't go deep in the playoffs. So it's not a quick fix. I think that's something their management ownership team doesn't want to accept. They're stuck in the old ways, and I think they'll hurt them for years to come. Their situation reminds me kind of the Knicks. The Knicks were going through for like 20 some years until the last few years where they actually got better management to run their front office, and they started trying to build a team up from the ground instead of trying to look for a quick fix. Now it's starting to pay dividends for the Knicks. The Lakers need to have the same approach, but I don't think they will have that approach at all. Now, with LeBron, I think they should be concerned and they should be scared in the sense that this deal is 2 years, but LeBron is not guaranteed to retire in 2 years. LeBron is a narcissist. This is a man who needs all the attention in the world, and he's not willing to give that up because even he knows once he leaves basketball, he's never going to get the type of attention he's been getting as a player. You never do. Look at Michael Jordan. He used to get attention all the time when he was a player. There were commercials on TV 24/7. He was promoted all the time. Just there wasn't a day where you could turn on the TV and you wouldn't see Michael Jordan on there. But once he retired, is he still talking about? Yes. But do you see Jordan every day on TV or even on the internet or, on YouTube, on videos all the time? No, you don't. You don't see him in the spotlight because that's just normal. Once you're not a player anymore, the attention shifts to somebody else. That's just how the game goes. I think with LeBron, he's not willing to accept that. He does not want to give up the spotlight. He wants all the attention. Even if it's bad attention, he'll take it because that's how a narcissist functions. The ironic thing is I think the Lakers are now a narcissist organization because they just want attention, whether it's good or bad. They just want it. They desperately want attention, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. So the Lakers are in disarray, and it's funny. LeBron is really a reflection of it. He's a symbol of not only narcissism, but the Lakers' narcissism. That's the way I look at it. They're in some ways meant for each other. They're going down in a dumpster fire. This is probably like the best reality TV show on TV now, especially now with them drafting LeBron's untalented son, who is a scrub, if we're being honest. You see just the clown antics going on with JJ Redick just during that press conference where he was trying to lie with a straight face that Bronny deserved to be there. This just shows again that this organization, it's a clown show. It's a clown show. LeBron is a clown. Jeannie Buss is a clown. They should all just wear red noses just for comedy, and dress up as clowns because that's who they are. Lakers were once a proud franchise, but they're no longer a proud franchise. Now, just going back to LeBron just being a narcissist, how does this play in? Well, in 2 years, even if he opts out next year, he'll probably sign another deal. But let's just say 2 years from now, he decides like, hey, I don't want to give up playing. I'm going to play some more. That's the problem. LeBron is not going to ever retire without being forced out. And when I say forced out, this is a man who's going to have to probably tear his ACL or his Achilles tendon. And only then will he finally quit. Only then will he finally leave. So who knows how long that's going to take, like before he finally gets a major injury. Do I think it's a matter of time despite all his alleged juicing? Yeah, I think eventually he's going to get hurt. It's human nature. If you play for a long period of time, you're eventually going to get that one major blow. He's lucked out his whole entire career. He's been blessed with great health. He hasn't had a really major blow in the sense of having something serious, but it's going to happen in due time. But who knows when that's going to happen? That could happen in the next 2 years, but it may be 5 years from now. And by then, it'll be too late for the Lakers because they would have wasted a whole entire decade when it comes to building a team. So that's all I have to say about it. I know this is a really long rant, and if you decided to listen through my whole entire rant, kudos to you. I respect that, appreciate it, but that's all I have to say.